Rebecca, we're going to stick with the fiscal cliff for a moment here because lawmakers aren't the only ones that are sounding off about it. Steve Chenevey has reaction from taxpayers to how much more they'll still be paying. Steve.
And that's exactly it. It's a huge concern, not just for some lawmakers, but many Americans, too. What does this deal really mean for me? What's it really going to cost me in the end? And to be honest, we didn't find a lot of people celebrating today here in Washington.
I will have to pay more, even though I'm still working the same job I was last year.
That's part of the brutal truth. While income tax hikes were avoided, except for the highest incomes, the 2% increase in Social Security contributions will mean a lighter paycheck across the board.
Well, it's 2%. 2% ain't nothing compared to what could have been.
Maybe so when you look at the big picture. But the 2% increase adds up to an extra $1,000 you'll pay in taxes for every $50,000 in income.
There's more money coming out of my pocket, so it's more budgeting that I have to do. There's more plans that I have to involve, so it's very stressful.
Angie Surgener is also feeling the stress, visiting D.C. from Alabama. But instead of celebrating Congress's decision, she's focused on her purse strings.
This is a vacation for me, and I want to be able to go on many more vacations, And if my taxes are affected, then I'm not going to have money to go on vacations.
Raising taxes on the richest of Americans, along with the rest of the plan, will help to raise more than $500 billion. Not nearly enough, though, for Virginia Congressman Jim Moran, one of just 16 House Democrats who voted no.
I think that the Democrats particularly are going to rue the day that we made this decision to permanently remove any possibility for additional revenue. You can't fund the government with 2% of the taxpayers.
And with that income tax increase only affecting Americans who make more than $400,000 a year, it's really less than 1% of American taxpayers affected. But we mentioned the payroll tax increase, the contributions to Social Security of 2%. There's also an inheritance tax increase of 5%. Add to that the sequester and the debt ceiling deadlines now less than 60 days away. And there was not a lot of celebrating today here on the Hill. Live at the Capitol, Steve Chenevey, ABC 7 News.
All right, Steve, thank you. And coming up at 5:30, our team coverage of the fiscal cliff deal does continue. More on the Sandy aid package that is falling through the cracks, and hear more of the strong words New Jersey Governor Chris Christie had for John Boehner and members of Congress.